Hey everybody, it's Lavetta Jenkins of chattypassenger.com, and from time to time I bring you a lot more than just news. I bring you some fun, and today is one of those fun days. I was actually sent a movie called Christmas in Carolina after I'd written a blog about the movie, and in hopes of, just kind of looking forward to a really good Christmas movie. I was blessed enough with the opportunity to be able to interview the leading man and woman for this film, Mr. David L. Rowell and Miss Jocelyn Y. Hall. It was an amazing interview. Please take a look. I want to personally thank both of you for agreeing to do this interview. And I promise you, I saw the trailer for the movie and was like, oh, this looks cute. And then they sent me the screener link and I was like, this is adorable. I'm going to start off by asking you both. It looks like David, you're relatively new into acting, but Jocelyn's been here a while. How did you get into it, David?
Me? So basically, mostly I was known for being a basketball player. When basketball ended, I had a small stint with the Indiana Mad Ants, which is a G League to the NBA. And that finally came to a closing, and it gave some opportunity to venture into other avenues that I've always been passionate about and very curious about. But I say honestly, I've been studying unconsciously for much longer than I actually realized that's what I wanted to do. And being alongside somebody like Jocelyn, you don't get everything was divine coming into a project so nice and so beautiful. Jocelyn made that so easy to walk into. It's not an easy thing to do, to navigate into a leading man's shoes. But I'm telling you, I can't brag enough about how powerful Jocelyn Y. Hall is. I mean, she's phenomenal, and she's very serious. And if you don't come correct, she will eat you alive in the scene. Yes. So I watched and I observed and just learned so much from her. She's been phenomenal, and I couldn't have imagined or wished upon a star bigger than Jocelyn Y. Hall to be in her first her first leading lady big film as well. So I'm just honored.
Right. So, Jocelyn, that leads me to you. He's giving you all of your flowers. How was it to work with David, on this being like his first leading man role?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Working with DJ was nothing but a dream. I call him DJ. So, because at this point, I mean, seriously, after this film, like, we are family for real. Like, so I really appreciate that, and I want to give your kudos to you, DJ, for, like you said, stepping into such a huge role for the first time. And he was phenomenal. And so here's the thing that I love about DJ. DJ is a student of the craft. Okay. I can remember times where, with him being new to this, he wanted to learn. I can remember times, him just sitting back and just watching, asking questions. He can take constructive criticism as well as direction in the, just to see how quickly he was able to, put that to work is just amazing. And so I couldn't have imagined a better, leading man scene partner. He made it so easy. Our chemistry was undeniable from the first moment we met each other. And, we had time to, spend time with each other and talk and get to know each other. It just made it that much better. So it was a wonderful experience. And I hope for many more.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping so too. Now, I gotta ask you, because Jocelyn, your character, Elle Moore, or Eleanor Moore, was a little abrasive, and she's a big, like, workaholic. How close is she to you, or are you polar opposites?
Okay. I'm not going to say we're polar opposites, but there are definitely some similarities, and there are some things that I'm kind of like, oh, I'm not really like that. Elle specifically, she's a workaholic. She's like buried in her work constantly. I can say I am similar in that way, and DJ shaking his head because he knows. I'm about my business. You know what I mean? And that is how Elle is. Now, I am a hopeless romantic, and I feel like I have a lot more optimism when it comes to love. I mean, Elle is just over it. Like, she just doesn't have the faith that she will actually find someone. So I would definitely say that we're different in that aspect. But, she's someone that, appreciates family. She's close with her cousin / best friend, Blythe, in which that character is played by the very talented Jessie Nicolette. It was a blast working with her. And so, Elle, that's my girl. That's my girl.
All right. So, David, I have to ask you the same thing. I do know that some of your personal experience was in your character, with the basketball and then moving on from there. But how much are you like Wesley?
Well, you are doing your research. Jeez.
I've seen the movie 3 times already. Not
really?
I love it.
You really, we sincerely appreciate that. I hope that means you enjoyed it.
Yes.
So Wesley, walking into Wesley was such a joy because, basketball, I've known all my life. So that swagger and that demeanor, and I also run a foundation. I'm a public speaker as well. So those things, running a small marketing firm, those things resonated to home, and they were able to be transparent on screen, Mm-hmm. So that aspect of Wesley, I really, really reflected upon. And I would say he's a charmer, a really nice guy. I can relate to being a nice guy and a charmer. So I've heard,
That's
and
true.
He loves his family. I'm a big family guy. Christmas is my favorite holiday. And I'm sure it's probably Jocelyn's too, but I'll leave that for her to tell. He just reminded me so much of my family. The only difference is I don't have an older brother. I'm actually an only child. So it was fun having an older brother. It was fun falling in love with the beautiful Jocelyn Whitehall, played as Eleanor. It was just so. I actually felt Wesley a lot. I've been trying to step out of Wesley 6 months ago. I'm still Wesley. You ask me, I don't even say David. We mean Wesley. Oh, hi. How are you? Nice to meet you.
But some of Wesley's qualities were really good. That showing up to the first date and turning your phone off so you could be really present. That kind of thing. I'm telling you, Elle thought it was weird, but that is really appreciated.
Right.
It shows somebody's interested in you and just you.
Somebody's in the moment. Put the other stuff away and let's engage and let's appreciate this moment together. We don't know if this will ever be our last, but let's make a great impression on one another. And I love that Wesley is about that.
Right. So you spoke about Christmas being one of your favorite holidays. I got to ask both of you. I'll start with Jocelyn. What is your favorite Christmas memory?
Oh, that is a good one. You know what? So I'm big on family as well. I'm originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. Both of my parents are from South Carolina. Okay. So every year we go to South Carolina and visit my grandmother, aunts, uncles, cousins, and we just have a really good time. Everybody brings a dish, we play games, and it's just a great time.
Okay.
It's so hard to pinpoint one memory that's, the best. I always enjoy, spending time with my family. But I do remember this one Christmas specifically where I had a laundry list of things on my Christmas list. This is when I was younger, back in the day. And I didn't expect to receive, as many things as I did. But I remember that Christmas, my parents got me every single thing that was on that list. And I cried. It was just so overwhelming because, I don't know, my parents, they're just, they love me and I love them. And they literally give their last and do everything that they can for me. And my brother, I have an older brother as well who plays Ali in the movie. And so, the bartender, yes.
Joe Hall Jr.
Joe Hall Jr., that's him. So, no, that Christmas, it was just very heartfelt. That meant a lot to me for them to make that happen for me. That was awesome.
I was wondering if the Joe Hall Jr. in the movie, because I watched credits. I was like, I wonder if they're related, because how do you get 2 Halls cast in the same movie? And I thought so, but I wasn't sure. And now that I'm really looking at you, I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. All right. So David, go ahead and give me yours. Favorite Christmas memory.
Favorite Christmas memory. Lavetta, it's so hard. It's always been my favorite. Even as a child, I just love, I can't pinpoint one, but I will tell you to watch the joy and the happiness to see everybody come together during that time and just be in the moment, such as Wesley does when he puts that phone down, and just watch them be appreciative of having one another. You know, another year. It's at the end of the year. It's a moment to reflect back and just be thankful. So I don't really have too many. I just love Christmas from the 1st all the way to the 31st until we start the new year. I just love it. Love it. Love
Well,
it.
I think that's because both of you don't have to deal with the kind of snow that I have in Ohio. Listen, so I gotta ask you the question everybody asks, and you all know what it is. How was it working with Kellie and Darius for you?
Joss?
Yes. Oh my gosh. It was incredible working with them. You know, I always like to point out the chemistry between the two of them. You know, of course we know them on Family Matters, you know, as brother and sister. And I'm telling you, that chemistry is real. That is really how they are in real life. So to be able to, you know, be around that. I mean, we could watch them go back and forth all day. It's the cutest thing. But they're so humble. They are extremely talented and knowledgeable, you know, at what they do. You know, just being able to just be around them, you know, soak up the knowledge and anything that they could share and teach us. We learned so much from them. And I mean, it was just a joy. It was such a joy. DJ?
Go ahead, David.
Jocelyn nails it every time. She's a one-take Jake. But seriously, I mean, they were so great to be around. The chemistry, as she pointed out, was unreal. That's just not on camera. It's real. They're real brother and sister. They go back and forth all day long, and they're so funny. And they drop so many gems. They allow us to be us, and they help us to elevate those scenes and those performances to the best of our abilities. They were just so engaging to be around, and I loved every moment of it. Just like Josh, they were incredible. We can't wait to work with them again.
Yes,
that's very good. Now, before I let you go, because I know our time is limited, either one of you can answer this, because I know I've seen the film 3 times. I love it, and I'm going to probably watch it again today. Either one of you can answer this. What is your hopes for this film? What do you want the public's takeaway to be?
DJ, did you want to go first?
There's been so many things that have been unfortunate in 2020. I hope that they can take away some happiness, some love, some joy, some hope, and a little bit of Christmas joy going into the holidays, and a big smile for everyone around the world. And that's what I hope that everybody can take away from this, and just a sigh of relief. Something positive, something good, and a great love story.
Yes, I completely agree. This movie couldn't be coming at a more perfect time, you know, with everything that's going on right now. And also, in addition to that, I want to say that, you know, be optimistic, be open, you know, and this is for my lovers out there, you know, who are struggling, trying to find love. You know, the good thing about this movie is you will definitely see the evolution of Elle, you know, starting being so closed off, and she kind of, you know, loosens up with the aid of her cousin, Blythe. And so I believe in manifestation. Manifestation is real. And so, you know, the things that you're looking for, just change your mindset, open yourself up to be able to receive it. And the rest is too easy.
Right. Open yourself up to receive it. You got to open yourself up, because Elle started off a little closed, but once she opened herself up, it fell right into her hands, and you got to be like that.
That's right. That's right.
Into her hands. I want to thank both of you for agreeing to do this project. Now I can't see anybody else playing these roles, and it definitely was a bright spot to my 2020. My 2020 has but yeah.
Lavetta, wait, we got to ask you a question.
Go ahead, go.
What was your favorite moment in the movie? Now, and actually we want to rephrase that. What was your favorite Elle and Wesley moment in the movie as well?
My favorite Elle and Wesley moment.
Yep, let's put you on the mic.
That date montage was so dope to me because at home, Elle was all like, I ain't really want her, but she was sitting there with her hair undone, and Blythe was on some, I'm gonna pick out your outfit, you go on and handle your bit. And then when she got there to the date, you could really see that she was happy for the date. He was happy to see her, and they had an amazing time. But then his phone rang, and she was like, and I'm like, how you catch an attitude when your phone was blowing up the whole time? But it was just beautiful to see the evolution of her starting off as a, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to be like that. And when you decide to timidly open yourself up and then somebody good walks in, you kind of like, okay, and I feel like she deserves that. And so many other little girls, little brown girls, will see this and be like, you know what, I can have that too. She deserved it, and he happened to be the right man who walked in at the right time. That's why you was paying for all them other dates, because it wasn't supposed to work.
All right. I love that Wesley saw something in Elle that she probably I think she didn't yet see in herself anymore because of all the tragic, unfortunate circumstances in her life. He saw this rose in Elle that just needed a little TLC, just a little tender love and care.
And Wesley was a listener. She said that, I don't even like roses. And he was like, what do you like? And he listened. Men, they don't understand. You got to listen. It's listening. So I'm telling you,
there are going to be so many gems in this movie. Y'all better take notes.
Real talk. That's
when it debuts, I'm encouraging everyone to watch, because this movie right here is one that definitely gives you a breath of fresh air from all the 2020 and that has been happening out here, because this year has mollywopped a lot of us. And and you can kind of see like, wow, this is beautiful. And to catch some beauty out of all of this, it was amazing. So I want to thank both of you for agreeing to meet with me today and for doing this wonderful film that I'm going to make a classic in my home, because like I said, I've watched it 3 times. I'll be watching it again probably today. But thank you so much. I appreciate the both of you. Thank you.
Lavetta, thank you so much. And from Jocelyn and I, we enjoyed being on the chatty passenger today with you. Lavetta, you've been a complete joy. I just love seeing that smile. You got a golden voice too. Like, I'm like, geez, she needs to be like on the radio full time. Like, just she's such a listen. You have that listening voice that everybody just like, whoa, what is she gonna say next? Doesn't matter what it is. But thank you for having us. We're honored to be a part of this, and this was a great and a fun interview.
I appreciate it. Y'all have no idea. You have made my day, because I love you too. You are amazing in this film. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking for more to come from both of you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much, Lavetta.
All right. Now, I will tell you, this movie was absolutely adorable. I am not going to divulge too much about the plot line of it, but I can say it is truly a breath of fresh air for 2020. The movie does debut on November 1st. Look for it streaming everywhere. Christmas in Carolina.